Romex began incorporating 90 degrees Celsius conductors in 2002. The National Electrical Code (NEC) mandates that supply conductors for lighting fixtures possess a temperature rating of 90 degrees Celsius or higher. This requirement originated in the 2002 NEC edition. Before 2002, Romex typically featured 75 degrees Celsius conductors. This older Romex type isn't appropriate for light fixtures demanding 90 degrees Celsius conductors. If you're installing a light fixture in a home constructed before 2002, inspect the Romex type in use. If it lacks a 90 degrees Celsius rating, refrain from installing that fixture. Identifying the Romex type involves examining cable markings. Romex rated for 90 degrees Celsius will be clearly marked with 90°C. To elaborate further, understanding conductor temperature ratings is crucial in electrical installations. The temperature rating indicates the maximum temperature a conductor can withstand under normal operating conditions without deteriorating its insulation. Exceeding this temperature can lead to insulation breakdown, short circuits, and potential fire hazards. Therefore, adhering to the NEC guidelines and using appropriately rated conductors is paramount for electrical safety. The NEC, a widely adopted standard for safe electrical installations, is updated regularly to incorporate new technologies and address emerging safety concerns. The 2002 NEC marked a significant update by introducing the 90 degrees Celsius requirement for lighting fixture supply conductors. This change reflected advancements in lighting technology, with many modern fixtures generating more heat. Using conductors with higher temperature ratings ensures they can safely handle the increased thermal load. Now let's delve deeper into identifying Romex. Romex, also known as non-metallic sheath cable, is a common type of electrical wiring used in residential buildings. It consists of two or more insulated conductors enclosed within a non-metallic outer sheath. The markings on the Romex cable provide essential information about its characteristics, including conductor size, insulation type, and temperature rating. The markings are typically printed or embossed on the cable's outer jacket at regular intervals. To determine if Romex is rated for 90 degrees Celsius, carefully examine the markings for the 90°C designation. This marking confirms that the conductors within the cable are suitable for applications requiring a 90 degrees Celsius temperature rating. If the Romex lacks this marking, it's likely an older type with a low temperature rating such as 75 degrees Celsius. In such cases, it's crucial to avoid using it for lighting fixtures that mandate 90 degrees Celsius conductors. Furthermore, it's important to consider the ampacity of the conductors. Ampacity refers to the maximum current a conductor can carry continuously without exceeding its temperature rating. The NEC provides ampacity tables that specify the allowable ampacities for different conductor sizes and insulation types. When selecting Romex for a lighting fixture, ensure that the conductors have sufficient ampacity to handle the fixture's electrical load. This involves calculating the fixture's current draw and consulting the NEC ampacity tables to choose the appropriate conductor size. For instance, if a lighting fixture draws 5 amps and the Romex conductors are rated for 15 amps at 90 degrees Celsius, then the Romex is suitable for that fixture from an ampacity standpoint. However, always prioritize the temperature rating requirement. If a fixture specifically requires 90 degrees Celsius conductors, using Romex with a lower temperature rating, even if it has sufficient ampacity, is not permissible. In addition to temperature rating and ampacity, other factors to consider when selecting Romex include the number of conductors and the presence of a grounding conductor. The number of conductors should match the requirements of the lighting fixture, typically 2 conductors for a simple circuit and 3 conductors if a grounding conductor is needed. The grounding conductor provides a path for fault current to return to the source, helping to protect against electrical shock. Always ensure that the Romex you select has the appropriate number of conductors and a grounding conductor if required by the fixture or local electrical codes. Now, let's address a common scenario encountered in older homes. If you encounter Romex without a visible 90°C marking in a house built before 2002, it's highly probable that it's rated for 75 degrees Celsius. In this situation, there are a few options to consider. Firstly, you could replace the existing Romex with new Romex that is rated for 90 degrees Celsius. This is the most straightforward and reliable solution, ensuring compliance with the NEC and providing peace of mind. However, it can be a more involved and costly option, requiring the removal and replacement of wiring throughout the circuit. Secondly, you could install a junction box near the lighting fixture and transition to 90 degrees Celsius rated conductors, such as THHN, within the junction box and up to the fixture. This approach involves using appropriately sized wire connectors to splice the existing Romex to the THHN conductors. This method is acceptable provided that the junction box is properly installed and accessible, and that all connections are secure and insulated. Thirdly, you could direct the lighting fixture's wattage to ensure that it doesn't exceed the temperature rating of the existing Romex. This involves calculating the maximum allowable wattage based on the Romex's temperature rating and ampacity, and then selecting a fixture with a wattage that falls within those limits. However, this approach may not be practical if the desired lighting level cannot be achieved with a lower wattage fixture. Moreover, it requires careful calculations and a thorough understanding of electrical principles. It's important to note that some lighting fixtures may have integral thermal protection devices that automatically shut off the fixture if it overheats. While these devices can provide an added layer of safety, they should not be relied upon as a substitute for using appropriately rated conductors. Always prioritize using conductors that meet or exceed the fixture's temperature rating requirements. Furthermore, it's crucial to be aware of local electrical codes and regulations, as they may have specific requirements regarding the use of Romex and other types of wiring. Local codes may be more stringent than the NEC in some cases, and it's essential to comply with all applicable regulations. Consulting with a qualified electrician is always recommended when dealing with electrical installations, especially in older homes where the wiring may be outdated or unfamiliar. A qualified electrician can assess the existing wiring, identify any potential hazards, and provide guidance on the best course of action to ensure a safe and compliant installation. In summary, Romex started incorporating 90 degrees Celsius conductors in 2002. The NEC requires that supply conductors for lighting fixtures be rated for 90 degrees Celsius or higher. Identifying Romex rated for 90 degrees Celsius involves examining cable markings for the 90C designation. If you encounter Romex without this marking in a house built before 2002, it's likely rated for 75 degrees Celsius and may not be suitable for use with lighting fixtures that require 90 degrees Celsius conductors. When in doubt, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure a safe and compliant installation. Finally, always remember to energize the circuit before working on any electrical wiring. Turn off the circuit breaker or remove the fuse that supplies power to the circuit you're working on. This will help to prevent electrical shock and ensure your safety. Additionally, use appropriate personal protective equipment such as insulated gloves and safety glasses when working with electrical wiring. By following these safety precautions, you can minimize the risk of electrical hazards and ensure a safe working environment. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any doubts or concerns about electrical installations. A professional electrician has the knowledge, skills, and experience to handle electrical work safely and effectively. By investing in professional electrical services, you can ensure that your electrical system is installed and maintained to the highest standards of safety and compliance. This not only protects your property from electrical hazards, but also provides peace of mind knowing that your electrical system is functioning properly. This is crucial information to adhere to when working with or around any source of electrical power or electricity. It is important to be as safe as possible, and when in doubt, consult with a professional. The information in this text is just for educational and informational purposes. Never attempt to perform electrical work that you are not skilled or trained to do so. Contact a qualified electrician for all electrical work. Ignoring electrical issues or attempting repairs without proper knowledge can lead to dangerous situations, including electrical shock, fire, and property damage. It is always better to err on the side of caution and seek professional help when dealing with electricity. A qualified electrician can diagnose and resolve electrical problems safely and efficiently, ensuring the integrity of your electrical system and protecting your safety. In addition to providing repair services, electricians can also offer preventative maintenance to keep your electrical system in good working order. This includes inspecting wiring, outlets, and other components for wear and tear, and making necessary repairs or replacements to prevent future problems. Regular electrical maintenance can help to extend the lifespan of your electrical system and reduce the risk of unexpected breakdowns. Moreover, electricians can assist with electrical upgrades, such as installing new lighting fixtures, outlets, or appliances. When upgrading your electrical system, it is essential to ensure that the new components are compatible with your existing wiring and that the installation is performed according to code. A qualified electrician can help you choose the right components and install them safely and efficiently. In addition to their technical expertise, electricians can also provide valuable advice on energy efficiency. They can recommend energy-saving lighting options such as LED bulbs and help you identify ways to reduce your energy consumption. By implementing energy-efficient measures, you can lower your utility bills and reduce your environmental impact. Always remember that electricity is a powerful force that should be treated with respect. By following safety precautions, seeking professional help when needed, and staying informed about electrical safety, you can protect yourself, your family, and your property from electrical hazards. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility, and it is up to each of us to take steps to prevent electrical accidents. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. The information provided in this guide is intended for general knowledge and informational purposes only, and does not constitute professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work.